Now to Decision 2020, another big name dropped out of the Democratic presidential primary today. Mike Bloomberg ended his campaign after spending $500 million of his own money. The former New York City mayor endorsed Joe Biden. So what's next? The race is far from decided, of course. Next will be Georgia and 10 other states, which means Georgia voters will have a significant voice in who gets that nomination. Here's John Sherrick.
Georgia's presidential primary voting is already underway.
This is, for all intents and purposes, a two-person race.
And as voters here go to the polls, they see that so far Bernie Sanders is uniting the progressive wing of the Democratic Party, including younger voters behind him, while Joe Biden is winning the moderate wing of the party, including overwhelming support from African-American voters.
And they're going to be duking it out for a really long time.
Emory University political science professor Andra Gillespie believes neither candidate will be able to sew up the nomination before Georgia finishes its voting on March 24th.
I anticipate that Georgia is still going to have a really important voice in the Democratic nominating contest.
Especially because of Georgia's large African-American voting population.
African Americans are more likely to identify themselves ideologically as being moderate to conservative. And so these are precisely the types of people who would be more comfortable with Joe Biden's message as opposed to Bernie Sanders' message.
Then add to the mix Georgia's progressive Democrats who are rallying for Sanders, and it's likely both Sanders and Biden will be in Georgia this month, fighting personally, aggressively for every vote, every delegate they can get.
Georgia's primary is just 3 weeks away on March 24th. Just head over to the Seen on TV section of the 11 Alive app to find your polling location. Early voting is already underway. Count on 11 Alive for in-depth coverage on the issues that you care about the most. Follow our political team on social media as we get closer to the primary and the general election in November.